What if I told you that the reason your belly fat won't budge, the reason you feel tired at 3 in the afternoon, the reason you're always hungry even after eating a full meal, has nothing to do with how much you're eating and everything to do with one specific ingredient that's hijacking your metabolism, disrupting your hormones, and reprogramming your body to store fat every single day? Sugar. Not the sugar naturally found in an apple or a sweet potato, not the lactose in milk or the fructose in whole fruit. I'm talking about added sugar, the refined, processed sugar that food companies engineer into almost every packaged product you buy. The kind hidden in your bread, your salad dressing, your protein bars, your coffee creamer, your ketchup, your pasta sauce, your barbecue sauce, and even your so-called healthy yogurt and granola. The sugar you don't even know you're eating because it's disguised under 50 different names on ingredient labels. In the next 30 days, if you eliminate added sugar from your diet completely, your body will go through a profound metabolic transformation. Your insulin sensitivity will improve dramatically, sometimes by as much as 30 to 40%. Your systemic inflammation will drop by measurable levels. Your liver will begin to heal from years of accumulated fat damage. Your energy levels will stabilize without the constant crashes, and your belly fat, specifically visceral fat, the dangerous metabolically active kind that wraps around your liver, pancreas, and intestines, will start to melt away week by week. But here's what no one tells you, what no wellness influencer wants to admit. The first 7 days are going to be absolutely brutal. Your body is physically and psychologically dependent on sugar. It's not just a habit, it's a biochemical addiction. And when you take sugar away completely, you will experience legitimate withdrawal symptoms that feel almost identical to quitting a drug. Throbbing headaches that pound behind your eyes and won't respond to painkillers, mood swings that make you irritable, anxious, and short-tempered with everyone around you, brain fog so thick you can't think clearly or focus on simple tasks, and cravings so intense and relentless you'll think about sugar every hour of every day. I'm going to walk you through exactly what happens to your body day by day, week by week, when you cut sugar for 30 days. The good changes, the uncomfortable symptoms, and the moments when you'll want to quit. But I need to be absolutely clear about something before we go any further. This is not about becoming a food extremist. This is not about eliminating all fruit from your diet or demonizing every single carbohydrate. This is about strategically removing the one specific type of sugar that's causing the most metabolic damage to your body. And by the end of this video, I'll give you the exact protocol, the complete list of what to cut and what to keep, so you can do this intelligently and sustainably. Before we talk about what happens when you cut sugar, you need to understand what sugar is actually doing to your body right now, at this very moment. When you eat sugar, whether it's from a candy bar, a soda, or the hidden sugar in your sandwich bread, it gets absorbed into your bloodstream extremely rapidly, much faster than protein or fat, or even complex carbohydrates. Your blood glucose spikes within 15 to 20 minutes. Your pancreas detects that dangerous spike and responds by releasing insulin, a powerful storage hormone, to clear the sugar from your blood as quickly as possible and shuttle it into your cells for immediate energy or long-term storage. In small, infrequent amounts, this hormonal system works perfectly. It's how our bodies evolved to handle the rare occasions when our ancestors found wild honey or ripe fruit. Their bodies could process it efficiently because it happened maybe once a week or once a month. But here's the catastrophic problem we face in the modern world. The average person today consumes approximately 17 teaspoons of added sugar per day. That translates to roughly 270 calories from sugar alone, and that's just the statistical average. Many people, especially those drinking multiple sodas or sweetened coffee drinks, are consuming 30, 40, or even 50 teaspoons of added sugar daily without even realizing it, because sugar is hidden in virtually every packaged and processed food product. When you consume that much sugar consistently, day after day, month after month, year after year, several absolutely devastating metabolic changes occur in your body. First, and most importantly, your insulin levels stay chronically elevated throughout the entire day. You never give your pancreas a break. And when insulin is high, your body is locked into fat storage mode. It is literally biologically impossible to burn stored body fat when insulin is elevated, because insulin blocks and inhibits the enzyme called hormone-sensitive lipase that's responsible for releasing fat from your fat cells. The vault is sealed shut. Your body fat is trapped and inaccessible no matter how little you eat. Second, chronic high sugar intake leads directly to insulin resistance, one of the most dangerous metabolic conditions. Your cells, bombarded constantly by insulin signals, become deaf and unresponsive to insulin's message. They stop listening, they stop responding. So your pancreas, detecting that your blood sugar is still high, has to produce even more insulin to achieve the same blood sugar lowering effect. This creates a vicious self-perpetuating cycle where your insulin levels stay elevated all day and all night, constantly forcing your body to store fat, especially around your midsection where insulin receptors are most concentrated. Third, excess sugar that your body can't immediately use for energy gets converted directly into fat inside your liver through a metabolic process called de novo lipogenesis, which literally means making new fat. Your liver can only store about 100 grams of glycogen at any given time. Anything beyond that limited storage capacity gets chemically transformed into triglycerides, fat molecules. And that newly created fat doesn't just sit harmlessly in your liver waiting to be used. It gets packaged up, released into your bloodstream, and deposited systematically as visceral fat around your abdominal organs. This is exactly how non-alcoholic fatty liver disease develops, the silent epidemic that now affects approximately 25% of adults in the United States and is increasingly diagnosed in children and teenagers. Fourth, sugar is profoundly inflammatory at the cellular level. It triggers a widespread release of pro-inflammatory cytokines, signaling molecules that travel throughout your bloodstream, causing damage to your blood vessel walls, disrupting your delicate hormone balance, accelerating cellular aging, and promoting virtually every chronic disease we know. This chronic systemic inflammation keeps your stress hormone cortisol persistently elevated, which further compounds the problem by promoting even more visceral fat storage and breaking down your valuable metabolically active muscle tissue. Fifth, and this is perhaps the most insidious aspect, sugar creates a powerful dopamine response in the reward center of your brain that's remarkably similar to the response triggered by cocaine, heroin, and other addictive drugs. Every single time you eat sugar, your brain releases a flood of dopamine, the pleasure and reward neurotransmitter. But over weeks and months, your brain adapts to this constant stimulation by down-regulating and reducing the number of dopamine receptors. This means you need progressively more and more sugar to achieve the same level of pleasure and satisfaction. This is the neurological and biochemical basis of sugar addiction. It's not willpower, it's not a character flaw, it's legitimate brain chemistry. So when you eat added sugar every single day, multiple times throughout the day, you are systematically programming and reprogramming your body to store dangerous belly fat, develop insulin resistance, inflame every organ system, accumulate fat in your liver, damage your cardiovascular system, and create an ever-intensifying psychological craving for more sugar in an endless destructive loop. It's a metabolic prison, and the only way to escape is to completely stop feeding the addiction. Now let me walk you through in precise detail exactly what happens to your body when you cut added sugar for 30 full days. Days 1 through 3 are without question the most difficult and uncomfortable. This is the acute withdrawal phase. Your brain and body have been running on a constant, reliable supply of glucose and dopamine hits from sugar for years, possibly decades. When you suddenly and completely take that away, your brain doesn't understand this is a voluntary health decision. Your brain interprets it as starvation, as a life-threatening emergency. You will very likely experience intense throbbing headaches, particularly behind your eyes and at your temples. You will feel irritable, short-tempered, and emotionally volatile with the people around you. Brain fog will make it genuinely difficult to concentrate at work or remember simple things. You'll feel physically exhausted and drained, even though you're getting adequate sleep at night. You might experience mild nausea, digestive discomfort, or changes in your bowel movements as your gut microbiome begins to shift and rebalance. And the psychological cravings will be absolutely relentless and overwhelming. You'll think about sugar constantly. You'll walk past a bakery and feel genuine physical pain. You'll dream about cookies and ice cream. You'll bargain with yourself and rationalize why just one small piece wouldn't hurt anything. This is not a sign of weakness or lack of discipline. This is your brain and body going through a legitimate, measurable chemical and hormonal adjustment period. Multiple brain imaging studies using functional MRI scans have demonstrated conclusively that sugar activates exactly the same neural reward pathways, the exact same brain regions that light up brightly in cocaine addicts and heroin users. When you remove that substance completely, you experience real, documented physiological withdrawal symptoms. But here's what's happening beneath the surface during these brutal first 3 days that you can't see or feel. Your baseline insulin levels are starting to drop significantly for the first time in years. Your body is beginning the difficult but essential metabolic transition from relying primarily on glucose and sugar for fuel to accessing and burning your stored body fat. This fuel switching process is inherently uncomfortable, but it is absolutely necessary for metabolic healing. During this challenging first phase, my most important advice is this: stay extremely well hydrated. Drink water constantly throughout the day, aiming for at least half your body weight in ounces, more if you're active or it's hot. Eat plenty of protein from whole food sources and healthy natural fats to keep yourself genuinely full and satisfied. Do not attempt to white-knuckle your way through intense hunger. Eat eggs, grass-fed meat, wild-caught fish, nuts, seeds, avocados, olive oil, and non-starchy vegetables until you feel completely satisfied. And this is critically important. Do not make the common mistake of replacing sugar with artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or stevia. While they may not contain calories, they still trigger insulin release, and even more problematically, they keep your brain psychologically addicted to intensely sweet tastes. You must break that neural pathway completely. By days 4 through 7, the absolute worst of the acute withdrawal phase is finally over. Your energy levels start to stabilize and feel more consistent. The pounding headaches fade to a dull ache and then disappear entirely. The dramatic mood swings level out. The intense cravings become noticeably less frequent and less overwhelming, though they're definitely still present in the background. Your body is now producing significantly less insulin throughout the entire day because you're no longer spiking your blood sugar every 2 to 3 hours. When insulin levels are consistently lower, your body can finally unlock and access stored body fat for fuel. This is when you'll start to notice your belly feeling slightly flatter and less bloated, especially first thing in the morning before you eat breakfast. That initial visible change is primarily from reduced inflammation, bloating, and water retention, because chronically high insulin causes your kidneys to retain excess sodium and water. But it's a concrete sign that your metabolism is fundamentally shifting. Your liver is also beginning to clear out years of accumulated stored fat. When you stop constantly overloading it with fructose from added sugar, your liver can finally begin its natural healing and regeneration process. Your blood triglyceride levels, the fat particles circulating in your bloodstream, begin to drop measurably. Some clinical studies show triglycerides can decrease by 20 to 30% in just the first week of complete sugar elimination. Days 8 through 14 mark when the real dramatic transformation begins. By the end of week 2, your cellular insulin sensitivity has improved significantly, sometimes by 25% or more. Your cells are responding properly to insulin signals again, which means your pancreas doesn't have to overproduce insulin anymore. Lower average insulin levels throughout the day means substantially more time spent in active fat-burning mode instead of constant fat storage mode. You'll notice your energy feels remarkably more stable and consistent throughout the entire day. No more desperate afternoon energy crashes, no more overwhelming need for a snack or coffee every 2 hours just to function. That's because your blood sugar is no longer riding a violent roller coaster of dramatic spikes and crashes. You're running smoothly on a steady, reliable supply of energy from fat oxidation and protein, not from constant, quick-burning sugar hits. Your psychological cravings for sugar are dramatically reduced by week 2. You might still occasionally want something sweet, but it's not the obsessive, panic-inducing, all-consuming craving you experienced in week 1. Your brain's dopamine receptors are upregulating and healing. Your taste buds are completely recalibrating. Foods that used to taste completely bland now taste intensely flavorful and satisfying. A crisp apple tastes genuinely sweet. A handful of fresh berries feels like genuine dessert. This is also when you'll start seeing clear, visible changes in your midsection and waistline. The visceral fat surrounding your internal organs is measurably shrinking because your body is no longer being constantly bombarded with insulin spikes that force relentless fat storage. Days 15 through 21 represent the momentum phase. You're definitively over the difficult hump. Avoiding sugar is no longer a daily battle requiring enormous willpower. It's becoming an automatic habit and your new normal. By week 3, your liver has significantly reduced its total fat content. Clinical research shows that non-alcoholic fatty liver disease can begin to reverse in as little as 2 to 3 weeks when you eliminate added sugar and reduce overall refined carbohydrate intake. Your hormones are rebalancing naturally. Insulin is consistently lower. Cortisol is normalizing because sugar-induced systemic inflammation is decreasing. Leptin, your crucial satiety hormone, is functioning properly again. Ghrelin, your hunger hormone, is no longer spiking erratically throughout the day.
Your sleep quality is noticeably deeper and more restorative. Sugar severely disrupts sleep architecture by causing blood glucose fluctuations throughout the night. When you eliminate it completely, your blood sugar remains stable, allowing uninterrupted deep sleep. Days 22 through 30 are the ultimate payoff. By day 30, you've completed a full, comprehensive metabolic reset. Your insulin sensitivity is dramatically improved, often by 30 to 40%. Your body is using insulin efficiently, spending maximum time in fat-burning mode. Your visceral fat has decreased measurably. Your waist circumference will shrink noticeably, even if the scale doesn't move as dramatically expected, because visceral fat responds most directly to lower insulin. Your inflammation markers would show significant improvement. C-reactive protein, triglycerides, and other markers of metabolic dysfunction drop rapidly when you remove sugar. Your mental clarity is dramatically sharper. Brain fog is completely gone. Your brain runs efficiently on ketones and stable glucose instead of erratic spikes and crashes. Your skin looks visibly better. Sugar causes glycation, where sugar molecules bind to collagen proteins, accelerating aging. When you cut sugar, this damage slows dramatically. Now here's your exact protocol. Cut all added sugars: white sugar, brown sugar, honey, agave, maple syrup, corn syrup. Read every label obsessively. Cut obvious sources: soda, candy, cookies, cakes, ice cream, sweetened coffee drinks, fruit juice. Cut hidden sources: ketchup, barbecue sauce, salad dressing, pasta sauce, bread, protein bars, granola, flavored yogurt. Keep whole fruit. The fiber prevents insulin spikes. An apple is not apple juice. Keep starchy carbs: rice, potatoes, oats, quinoa. These aren't sugar. If you're active, you need carbs. Keep plain dairy. Milk and plain yogurt contain natural lactose, but also protein and fat that slow digestion. Do not become extreme. Do not demonize all carbs. Do not avoid social situations. Do not create an unhealthy food relationship. This 30-day reset breaks sugar dependence and heals your metabolism. After 30 days, occasional sugar won't destroy your progress. If you slip up, don't quit. Just resume with your next meal. Cutting sugar for 30 days is liberation from cravings, crashes, and stubborn fat. 30 days resets everything. Week 1 is hard. Day 30, you're transformed. Cut the sugar. Watch your belly fat disappear.